Get hot, Chris. Thanks. You know, many of you watched NBC's The Voice tonight as it's in its final rounds with this season's top contenders duking it out for the #1 spot. But what about those who get so close but don't quite make it that far? Morning Rush's Francesca Amicar caught up with Georgia's Jason Wilkes, who blew the judges away in season 14 about life after The Voice.
Beyond the lake and through the North Georgia mountains, to Waleska, Georgia we go. For many, this kind of peace only comes during vacation time. But for Jason Wilkes, it's a way of serenity and life.
Just off 65, first dirt road on the right. I was 109, she was 105. There's a guitar / bass amp over there. There's an amp here.
Often seen as the quiet storm on The Voice, Wilkes led us into his studio, and he opened up about how his life has changed forever.
It was definitely a giant opportunity for me because that's been the biggest hurdle in the past 17 years is just making people look. And they're definitely looking now. And just trying to go to the grocery store. If you want to make a 10-minute run to the grocery store and grab some eggs, that takes a good 45 minutes or an hour to get in or out just because people recognize either me or my wife and my daughter, they recognize.
And Wilkes says he's kept busy since the show, even barely having time to travel to Nashville once a week to write and record music at Dan Hodges. But as his star grows, he says one thing will always remain constant: the love he has for his daughter and his wife, who he says has always seen his shining star.
She's where 90% of my songs come from. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be doing music at all anymore. So she inspires it lyrically and literally inspires it as in saying, I'm not gonna let you quit doing this, you have to. She doesn't even give me an option.
He says he is still in touch with The Voice contestants. They call themselves The Voice family. And get this, he released his first single since being on the show tonight. Tomorrow on Morning Rush, we have more with Wilkes. Find out why he says he didn't even want to accept a spot on the show. That's tomorrow on Morning Rush. He says he is still in touch with The Voice contestants. They call themselves The Voice family. And get this, he released his first single since being on the show tonight. Tomorrow on Morning Rush, we have more with Wilkes. Find out why he says he didn't even want to accept a spot on the show. That's tomorrow on Morning Rush.
Good stuff.